I'm his grandson. My name is Robert Edward Smith III. I'm 22 years old, and I just kind of wanted to share a little bit about my life, my past life, and where God's brought me to now. The kind of upbringing I had as a child, well, my dad's a pastor, my grandfather's a pastor, so I had a very good upbringing. They did everything they could to raise me right. I was in good schools, I always was in sports, went to church every Sunday, was in the choir, in Sunday school. They did everything that they needed to do. But whether or not I did everything I needed to do, that was a different story. At a pretty young age, about 11 years old, I started hanging out with the wrong crowd, experimenting with alcohol and drugs, marijuana and whatnot. And that led me down a path of destruction. By the time I turned about 17 years old, I tried heroin for my first time. Got addicted to heroin until I was 22 years old, in and out of jail, living in a car, and I couldn't get it right. Couldn't hold a job. It wasn't working out for me. So the last time I went into jail, I was looking at a good amount of time. The judge was offering me, at first, about 4 years. And so it was at that point in time where I realized, well, I got to do something, I got to get my life together. God miraculously placed this guy into the jail cell with me, and he told me about his brother who had gone through this program called Teen Challenge. Just a little bit about it. It's a discipleship program to help kids actually anybody from ages 18 and up with any life-controlling problems. And so, I had this burning desire to learn more about it because, at first it was just like, well, if it'll get me out of jail, let's do it, I presented it to the judge, and he was like, I'm going to give you this one last chance. I'll let you do it, but you cannot screw up. You cannot mess this up, man. So they released me, and I went into the program. I've been in the program almost 4 months now. I've been clean for 6 months now. And a few things that I've been learning in this program is structure, for one, because I had none of that. Discipline, count that out. In my time before, I didn't want to listen to anybody, let alone, my parents, the authority, anybody around me. I did what I wanted to do. So they're teaching me that. It's also teaching me about God's grace and His mercy and His forgiveness of anybody. It doesn't matter what you did. He forgets about it. He forgives you. Which was an amazing thing to me because, even though I had been taught that, I had surrendered to the fact that I was going to die in my addiction. But by the grace of God, this program, it's taught me that, there's nothing that He can't forgive. In the past few months, the things that God's been restoring in my life, first and foremost, is my sanity and my family, my faith, my health. I went into jail weighing about 125 pounds. Now I weigh about $180, 180 pounds. I got skin color in me. I'm able to, lift weights, do work for 9 hours in a day. I mean, that's one of the things they have us doing there is they always keep you busy. They have us working and whatnot pretty much every day. We go to church 6 times a week, sometimes 2 times in a day. And then throughout the week, we go to Bible studies and classes teaching us how to love ourselves, love God, and love one another. He's restored my mind. I've had to write 6 book reports, which I haven't done in God knows how long. But and I'm realizing that I'm not a lost cause like I thought I was. I'm actually I can be somebody and make my family proud of me. I'll be graduating the first phase of this program in 2 weeks, and it's a year-long program is what it is. And so I'm in San Diego right now. From San Diego we go to this, we call it the Castle in Riverside. And in Riverside I'll do 7 to 8 months. Once I graduate that, this is what the Lord's put on my heart anyways, is I want to come back to the churches here, this church and my father's church, and maybe do some outreach to the youth. ones that are already, you know, struggling and going down the wrong path, and also ones that haven't done that yet. So maybe we can prevent that, you know. I think it would be an awesome thing. But I definitely want to be able to help people, whatever, any age, doesn't matter, you know. I just want to be able to share the gospel, and that, you know, God forgives. You know, God sent His Son to die on the cross for you and for me, and that doesn't exclude anybody. I just want to thank you for letting me come up here, and you know, hopefully it makes an impact on your life, because it made one on mine. And if it wasn't for people like you praying for me, I probably wouldn't be here today. So thank you, and God bless.